if you're worried about gaining weight on your summer holidays this year, then here are some foods and drinks that you can have, and as much of them as you want, without gaining weight. And in fact, if you live the lifestyle that I recommend on this channel, which is a vegan, high sugar, low fat, low protein lifestyle, then not only will you lose weight, you'll also come back from your holiday a lower weight than when you went away. Isn't that amazing? So I've got some beautiful fresh fruit here. So I've got a pineapple, and I'm going to cut this up right now. And I've also got this beautiful watermelon. Sounds good. And I've also got some tropical fruit juice. So this is got apple juice, mandarin, pineapple, passion fruit, mango, and not from concentrate. And special guest, starring the special guest, some lemonade here, Fentimans lemonade. So there's no caffeine, which I don't recommend caffeine. While you're on holiday, you don't need to take the drugs, okay? No drugs are needed on holiday. If you're releasing your stress through maybe going to the beach and relaxing, you don't need to add caffeine to the formula of trying to relax and feel better, because caffeine is only going to help gain weight, help you gain weight, because it's going to ruin your sleep, among other things, and generally it's going to help you gain weight. I've just knocked my little cairn over here. So without further ado, I've got a sharp knife here, which, yes, adult supervision is required whenever handling a knife. Remember, always adult supervision. Look at that. Isn't that amazing? Perfectly ripe. Smells great. I just need to go and get my spoon, which I've forgotten. And yeah, you can usually smell if a pineapple's ripe. So this one's still a little bit firm. So if you want to make sure that you're getting the fruit ripe, if you make sure there's still a little bit of firmness in the watermelon, and also when you have your pineapple, make sure that it's still a bit firm. Look at that. That smells amazing. So if you want to lose weight, which is a priority, I think, for most people, because the standard of health now in the 21st century is so appalling that so many people now are getting diabetes, suffering from heart disease, among other chronic diseases. And you're most likely seeing that you're most likely being recommended a high fat, high protein diet, which it should be obvious if you're struggling to lose weight or you want to lose weight, and everyone else sort of looks the same, feels the same, is trying to do the same thing, then obviously it's not working, is it? So I recommend the vegan, high sugar, low fat, low protein lifestyle because the fat you eat is the fat you wear. So for example, on this, and it's that simple, it's literally that simple. So on this Fentimans, for example, 0 fat per 100 milliliters, and this has got 6.1 grams of carbohydrate per 100 grams per 100 milliliters. So I'll crack this open. Oh, isn't that a great sound? So instead of going away on your next holiday, if you're about to go on holiday, instead of going away and eating the same old foods, for example, like bacon and eggs and dairy milk and all of these animal products and fish and all of these foods that are high in fat, why don't you, maybe for a week or 2 weeks while you're out, maybe at the beach or wherever it is you're going, try, for example, for breakfast, swapping out your bacon and eggs, and try fruit. So I would recommend for breakfast, you could try some watermelon, have a watermelon along with a fruit juice. And when you go to the beach, take a sugary drink like this with you. Leave behind the cakes and the crackers and take some rice with you. So yes, rice can be eaten cold, and you can take some sauce with you or add in some chopped up peppers and add some sweet corn in, and you'll end up eating perhaps as little as 10 grams a day, but feeling satiated and fulfilled. So the whole reason why you're going away on holiday most likely is to find some sort of fulfillment in life. Maybe because there's a hole somewhere in life that you needing to fulfill. And also when you look in the mirror and you're not happy with what you see and you're sort of escaping that, well, there is the status quo, which is what most people do, and that's why most people are overweight or struggling with their weight. But there is a different way to go. So just like in the Matrix with the red pill and the blue pill, if you want to not be like everyone else, then I would recommend, little bug, not eating like everyone else. So for lunch, you could have, again, more fruit, and make sure the fruit is ripe and therefore full of the simple sugars that make fruit taste nice. So don't buy green bananas, okay? And yeah, fruit can be expensive. That's why I would recommend rice is amazing, because you can have it with so many vegan, low-fat things. So you can have low-fat sauces, which taste amazing. You can make your own sauce. You can have pasta. And then again in the evening, you can have a rice-based curry, a low-fat curry, for example. So there's always a low-fat, high-sugar alternative that will satiate you. So quite often, if you had, let's say, rice in the morning before you left and you went to the beach, by the time you get to the beach and you lie down and you want to have your little nap, rice is amazing because, well, it makes you want to just lie down and sleep, because the body's breaking down the starches and releasing all of these sugars that every cell in the human body runs on. So I hope you enjoy the video and you realize there is an alternative, okay? There is an alternative to going away on holiday and coming back fatter than you were when you left, okay? So leave behind the weight troubles along with all your other troubles at home and come back feeling invigorated, feeling leaner, feeling more healthy. And check out other videos on the channel where I show essentially rice, fruit, pasta, bread, all of these really nice foods. And if you remove like the animal products, for example, which are usually the most fatty foods, and yes, you can get high fat vegan foods, but essentially what you need to focus on is low fat, low protein, a health-based lifestyle, freedom lifestyle as well, so you feel full of energy, and you can enjoy fresh fruit, as much fruit as you want. It's not going to make you fat. So I was about 65, 66 kilos this morning, and I'm 5'11", and I eat as much of this food as I want. And then if I add fat into my diet or my lifestyle, guess what happens? I gain weight just like everyone else. So if you want to stay lean, 10 to 20 grams a day of fat. And if you want to lose weight, no more than 10 grams a day. And then the weight will just shred off you. And especially if you enjoy moving your body, and I'd recommend through cycling. And then because you're on this high sugar diet, you feel full of energy all the time. So if you want to get out running, I'd recommend cycling because it's good for your joints. You're not going to get injured. So if you're overweight and you start running, you're most likely going to get injured, and then you're going to stop exercising because you say it hurt me. So get a bike. Doesn't have to be expensive. Fuel it like this. Maybe go on a little cycling adventure while you're on holiday. Depending on where you are, that might be more difficult, but try it. It's a lot of fun. Cycling is, I think, the only true sense of freedom you get in life. Saves you money, gets you fit, helps you to lose weight. It's amazing for weight loss. And sugar tastes nice because every cell in the human body runs on sugar, and therefore, if you didn't get enough sugar, guess what would happen? Hypoglycemic, and then early to the grave. So like and subscribe, and check out other videos on the channel where you'll be able to see I'm always lean, and I eat as much of the foods as I recommend. As much of them, no calorie restrictions. So a lot of people, they go on these ridiculous, stupid calorie restrictive diets to get their summer body or bikini body, and then 6 weeks later they're absolutely enormous. So if you restrict your calories, you will gain weight in the long run, because if you starve your body will just then tell you need to eat. And no one on this planet everyone will give in to the urge to want to eat, because just like needing to breathe and drink water, you need to drink food. So you can't deny these are the three essential things that you can't deny: food, water, and oxygen. So I hope you enjoyed the video. I need to go and get my spoon because I've forgotten it, and I'll see you in the next one. Hope you enjoyed the view. It's amazing, isn't it? I'm on holiday, I'm not getting fat, and I've got true peace of mind, and I'm not worrying about my health when I get back to normal life. Anyway, I'll see you in the next one. Thank you for your time. Ciao.